Hi Sarai. So we're here today to tell you just how thankful we are that you've joined our Victory family. And on a personal note, I could tell from the first time I met you that you were a genuinely good person with a heart after God. And I'm thankful that you've came to our church family and that you became personal friends with us, and that we have another godly person to hang out with, and that you've become a good girlfriend that I can hang out with and have fun with.
I'm thankful because you give us that other girl to hang out with my wife, and y'all can do your girl things, and just being with more couples our age that are after God's heart. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you for coming into our lives.
I'm thankful for Sarai because she's supportive of everyone, and she's helpful, and she's nice, and she's just really fun.
I'm thankful for Sarai because she makes Blake so much happier.
Sarai, it's Mama Susan. We just want to tell you how very thankful we are to God for bringing you into our lives. And it's like we've known you forever. And there couldn't be a better fit for our family. And we just love you so very much.
Gosh, what do I say after that? Sarai, you're just a little sweetheart. We just fell in love with you just right from the very first. So just keep on being who you are, because you are the real deal, and we love you.
Do.
Well, I'm thankful for Sarai because she's a beautiful lady. And if I was about 60 years younger, you'd have a race on your hands, son. Seriously, we love Sarai because of her stand for Christ, and her purity, her beauty, and her dedication, and we love her.
The very first time I met Sarai was on a Wednesday evening, and I introduced myself to her, and she said, "I'm here with Blake Martin," and I knew right then there was something going on. Her eyes were sparkly, and but when I got to talking to her that very night, it just seemed like that she was a special girl and or a woman. And as I watched her through the days that I've known her now, I've seen that more and more, and it's just like it's a godsend to see her work with the kids and how she loves kids. And it's just like, I'm not trying to push anything, but it's just like she was made for Blake.
So Sarai, I have a question for you.
So Sarai, I have a question for you.
Hey Sarai, I have a question.
Hey Sarai, I have a question.
And Sarai, I have a question for you.
Sarai, I have a question for you.
Sarai, I have a question for you.
Oh, Sarai, I have a question for you.
Hey, so I hope this video has kind of been special to you, Sarai, and to everyone else. Hopefully by now you're crying. If you're not crying, I think this has been a miserable failure. Tell you what though, if you would please join me down front of the cafeteria right now, I do believe I have a question for you.
Well, I'm thankful for Sarai because she's a beautiful lady. And if I was about 60 years younger, you'd have a race on your hands. Christ, her purity, her beauty, and her dedication.
The very first time I met Sarai was on a Wednesday evening, and I introduced myself to her, and she said, "I'm here with Blake Martin." And I knew right then there was something going on. Her eyes were sparkly, and but when I got to talking to her that very night, it just seemed like that she was a special girl and a woman. And as I watched her through the days that I've known her now, I've seen it more and more. And it's just like it's a godsend to see her work with kids and how she loves kids. Just like, I'm not trying to push anything, it's just like she was made for.
So Sarai, I have a question for you.
Sarai, I have a question.
Hey, Sarai, I have a question.
Sarai, I have a question for you. Sarai, I have a question for you.
Sarai, I have a question for you.
Oh, Sarai, I have a question for you.
Hey, so I hope this video was kind of special to you, Sarai, and to everyone else. Hopefully by now you're crying. If you're not crying, I think this has been a miserable failure. Tell you what though, if you would please join me down front of the cafeteria right now, I do believe I have a question for you. Come on down! So Sarai, I do have a question for you. This Saturday, a bunch of us are going to eat, and I wanted to know if you would go with us. I'm just kidding. Some of y'all are ready to jump me around about now. Just kidding. Actually, I think I need some help. Have some lovely assistance. That's your cue. Good. My three lovely man-alives. Did you have something for me? Sarai, there was a time in my life that I never thought I could feel the joy and the completeness again that I feel now. And to even think about spending another day of my life without you is something that just makes no sense to me. So, I have a question. Sir, I want to know if you'll spend the rest of my life with me and be my wife.
I guess we're going to be the first.
Would you just... She said she had to ask Brother Ben first. Thank y'all all. I wouldn't have done this without y'all being here.